Yo, what's up everyone, LegendBegins here. We are playing something that I've been looking forward to for quite some time, a very special game known as Thought Experiment Simulator. We are going to be going through a collection of different philosophical problems and giving our proposed solution for what we ought to do, and we are going to be mixing and matching in very entertaining scenarios. So we have a few philosophers that we're considering here. Oh, that's kind of cool. You can get the actual image. So we get a German dude who is into the philosophical. We have Aristotle. He's a bro, our Greek friend. Oh, I wanted to get his, whatever they're going to show for his picture. It would have probably just been a statue. And then we got Confucius, a Chinese philosopher. It's not a very flattering portrait, I'm sorry. Anyway, so they're going to be debating the nature of this problem. Of course, the trolley problem being, do you divert the trolley in order to hit one person, or do you do nothing and allow it to hit 5? So you have this question of, now this is interesting because Confucius here is promoting the dignity and rights of the individual over the many, even though he comes from a collectivist culture, which you would think would support the needs of the many over the needs of the few. So it's an interesting thing, and overall, I mean, it's definitely an interesting question. I think that probably as long as you're trying to do the right thing, that's really what determines whether or not you've made an ethical decision, we could call it, but there are a lot of opinions as to what you should and should not do. You're welcome to pause this and read it if you want, but they're arguing based off of their perspectives as to what choice that you should make, or at least the discussion thereof. So Aristotle, I'm not even gonna try. I have German heritage, pre-World War I, but let's see, do you play it now? Yes, we'll play the trolley problem. But we're going to be making a decision.
Welcome. I suppose you're here for
Hello, narrator.
Entirely ordinary.
So he's going to be leading us through these different sets of problems, and we are going to be doing our best. And from what I understand, things are going to get a little interesting later on down the line. So for now, we need to decide, do we take out one person but make the choice to kill him effectively, or do we do nothing, not involve ourselves in 2 seconds, and allow the trolley to take out 5? In this case, I'm going to go ahead and say that we get rid of the one to save the many.
Well,
is that the right thing? I don't know, maybe, but minimize the paperwork. But it's what we're going to do today. So now this is another interesting question. We take out one koala to save 2 kangaroos and 2 baby kangaroos, 2 joeys, if you will. And I'm gonna go ahead and say yes, because they're animals, and we're gonna save a bunch of animals. And I like kangaroos, they're pretty cool. But koalas, that could have been a drop berry, you gotta be careful. Now this is an easy choice. Do we save the pineapple on pizza, or do we save the no pineapple pizza? And the Italians would be proud. Not a chance on earth I'm going to save pineapple pizza. I would just run that over for free, to be honest with you. Now this is an interesting one. Do we kill a whole bunch of people, or a cake with cats in it? And sorry animal lovers, but no.
No more cake. But at least
duh. No, we're not killing a bunch of people for a couple of cats. That would be silly.
You must choose between a teleport
this is an interesting one though. Oh, actually, I don't even think it was a real cat. It was just a cake. The teleportation machine or the time machine. One of these brings revolutionary success to the world, and the other destroys the world necessarily. So that was also an easy choice. I mean, obviously, like, I always say that teleportation powers, unironically, is like one of the, if not the most convenient superpower you could possibly have. Like, imagine just wanting to go on a vacation. I can't do anything here because this is a plunger.
Here comes Sisyphus.
Sisyphus, my man, rolling the rock uphill, and we can just do nothing. But like, imagine just being able to go on a vacation anywhere in the world some weekend for free. And you want to go to bed? No need for a hotel. Just teleport back home. Like, you want to get a snack out of the fridge? Teleport to it. Like, you would use it every day. Also, do we take out the aliens or the dinosaurs? Let's take out the dinosaurs. The aliens might have super cool, supernatural tech that they could share with us.
We're skipping the prehistoric exhibit today.
But, let's see what... Oh, unicorns are dragons? A unicorn might grant us a wish. This is kind of the alien scenario. The dragons might eat us.
Always leaving their mark.
So I can't say that it wouldn't be wiser. Oh, question mark 1 or question mark 2? I say we do nothing if we don't know what's gonna happen. What? Okay. It just goes
And
backwards.
Now we're going backwards.
Okay.
Thanks.
That works for me,
block.
mystery question block. I thought it was going to be like a Mario Kart-like scenario. Human to frog or frog to human. Which do we take out? This one, I guess. Although it
Now
took out
it's
the
time to
human
greet your new human
anyway, so...
Croak.
I guess
mean,
the philosophical question there is, do you take out a human even if they're going to be a frog later? Or do you take out... Oh, I guess that's everything. Did we finish? Did we finish all of the trolley problem experiments? I guess we did. Anyway, but the problem is, like, you have a human who's going to become a frog, and is it okay to take them out since they're going to end up being a frog anyway? Or do you take out the frog who's going to become a human even though right now it's just a frog? That is... Well, I'll censor that word at the top right, even though it was used in an okay context. Regardless, it's an interesting question, right? Now, this one, I believe, is the donkey has to choose whether or not it's going to get food or water. It's equally hungry, equally thirsty, and both things are equal distant apart. And it's like, how does it choose? Is it going to be, if it has two perfectly equivalent choices, is it going to be stuck in choice paralysis until it dies? The answer is no, it's just going to pick one. But, you know, whatever. I don't want to... Okay, let's see. Decision making. If the donkey represents a rational agent, indecision can be fatal. Oh, I don't know who this person is. Hannah. Fascinating. A political theorist. So it's one of those where two completely equivalent choices exist. How do we decide between them when not choosing ends up being totally destructive? Legend, thank you. But regardless, it's one of those things where I think you're just going to lean towards some other factor, like, oh, I like right more than left, or I'm just going to go to the left because why not? But, you know, you could also just do nothing and die. I guess that is a perfectly acceptable solution. I almost called it a reasonable one, but if you were to ask me, I would say that that's probably not the reasonable way out. But you have these philosophers, including Socrates, debating on whether or not this is the correct path. I wonder if it's always going to be Socrates, Confucius, and then like a visitor. But let's decide, which one do we choose, lest we fall into the same fate as the donkey.
You will tangle with a famous dilemma, making choices that twist classic philosophical quandaries
what is it
into
gonna
amusing
be?
Results. Let's see if you can guide this famously
Probably. A creamer for the day
donkey.
continues to be no creamer because, as I mentioned in the last
fun,
episode, I've
after
taken
all,
into
is in the
drinking
intent
it black.
and the absurdity of the outcomes.
Yeah, it's absurd, all right. Do I have to... Oh, I just pick one. Do I want to eat or do I want to drink? I'm personally kind of
You've gone
thirsty
for
right now.
hydration. But the donkey remains firmly in his existential crisis.
Oh, the food's closer now. No, it's not.
You go for water.
I don't
Seems like
I
you're
don't get
thinking
it.
about the donkey's kidneys. If
I
only
don't
he'd
know
take
what
a
I'm
sip.
doing. Why did he die?
The donkey's commitment.
Oh,
to
is it because I
indecision
couldn't
was,
force him to go in one direction over the other?
his final decision.
I have no idea what just
Before we
happened. Maybe I
proceed
should
to
have
the
read
next
more
one,
closely.
Let's take a moment to reflect on your experience.
Okay, let's
with the
reflect,
thought.
man. Give
This
me
particular
your
thought
thought.
experiment posed quite a challenge in converting philosophical
Yeah, I
quandaries
bet
into
it
interactive gameplay.
did.
And your feedback is crucial for
Are you asking me to do the survey? This game comes with a
a
survey.
Your thoughts on how the scenario played
I can
out,
fill
and
out
any
my
suggestions
suggestions
you
to
might
improve the
have
game.
for
You know what?
improvement.
I'm gonna fill out the survey and
Rate
tell
this
them
level's gameplay
to
on a
make
scale from
a
1 to
legend
10.
mode where you play as me. Oh, is this actually gonna submit it though? I don't even think that this is the survey. Let's give it a... I didn't know what I was doing. Let's give it a 5.
Why the hesitation?
Oh, that's kind of funny.
Pick a number. What's taking
That's
so
kind of
long?
funny.
Come on, it's just a quick rating. Still pondering.
Can I pick
your-
anything?
I'm genuinely
Oh.
surprised. you rated it a 10. Thank you.
Okay, that's kind of
Your
funny.
enthusiasm really boosts
All
my
right, I give you
spirits
credit for
and
that.
Reassures me that we're on the right track. With
When
these
in doubt,
philosophical
just force
challenges.
somebody to pick.
It's wonderful to see such positive feedback, and it truly means a lot.
You're welcome, dude.
However, I believe there's always room for improvement. And
Do you
we're
now?
not stopping here.
You wouldn't let me pick anything
So,
that would indicate that there was
check this.
room for improvement.
Let me reveal some new stuff.
Yeah, let's hear new challenges. What have you got for me? So the donkey's gone. He's out. Never mind. We got a new donkey. Okay. We got to pick one. We give him a potion. And now he's...
Aha! When you thought the potion would give our donkey a fairy tale ending, the trolley returns with a splash of color.
That was really funny. I
Didn't
didn't even take the unicorn out in the trolley problem. I left the unicorn alive. I gave you some help previously, and you couldn't even do the same for me. Let's give him an iPhone or a pear phone. He has a selfie stick that gets charged up. Why would you hit the tower?
In today's digital age, even a donkey.
Why? I don't understand what induced this scenario. The donkey's dead, though. We are in a distinct situation where the donkey has died not due to starvation nor dehydration, but due to electrocution. So I guess that's one way to resolve this quandary. Let's see what the other things have in store for us. Can I just... What happens if I just pick this?
Clearly have a preference for
the donkey. Okay, so we can't force the donkey to go to either one. I don't know why the numbers at the bottom keep changing. But whatever, I guess. Let's give him a time, a cuckoo clock. Oh, so just punch a horse, I guess. Why not?
Glove pop out. Lesson learned.
I mean, I guess that is certainly something we can do. Whether or not it is suggested, I guess, is another question. Did it at least get to the water? I guess not. What about chili peppers? Why?
Who knew a bit of spicy pepper could turn
Oh, it thought he was the dragon. That's funny, I guess. Maybe. Is that it? Yes, okay, it is definitely because it was like the dragon. I guess that's clever. Now, one remains. What happens when we select the stick of gum? Huh? Oh, it's the alien. Is the trolley? Please hit it with the trolley. Please hit the alien with the trolley.
Courtesy of its own natural gas.
Well, that's gross.
Who could have predicted
I want nothing on Earth more than the alien getting hit by the trolley right now. Please.
The moon is no place for a donkey.
Please hit the alien.
Really.
Oh, man. Come on, game. That's not fair. All right, I think that covers this scenario, maybe. Hold on, variously fantastic death. I don't get it. So there's fantastic death and variously... How do I... There's this. Do I have a way to, like, change? I don't know. I don't know how to get the secret ones, but we'll accept it from there and go to the next one. Brain in a vat. Now, this thought experiment I don't think I'm actually familiar with, so I might have to read through it. Brain in a vat is a philosophical scenario questioning reality. Oh, yeah. So this one, basically, if you were just feeding the brain information, would you be able to distinguish between the real world and the fake one? Simulation theory. Obviously, the answer to the question is no, you, in theory, wouldn't be able to. Descartes! My man, cognito ergo sum. Let's go. The only thing that you can be sure of is the fact that you are conscious. And I was actually reading up on some more modern philosophy recently. And I don't know who this guy is. Chinese philosopher credited with Taoism, Tao Te Ching. I'm sorry. Let's see. Balanced natural world. Okay, so he's talking about false experiences. It challenges sense of reality and truth to align with your own ideals. Oh yeah, the evil demon hypothesis. But no, what I was getting at is that I was reading up on some ancient philosophies. I'm sorry, modern philosophies, and some of them were trying to disagree with I think, therefore I am. They were like, well, what does it mean to be? You know, what if you actually aren't? And I find that kind of silly, unless you yourself have no sense of consciousness. But I would argue that for me, I do have a consciousness, and therefore I can with absolute certainty, validate Descartes' I think, therefore I am, regardless of whether or not you can. So the argument, and in that case, the argument is relevant to me, which would be the only individual who, well, I'll say, assuming that every other individual is not conscious, and only I am, then it only matters whether or not the argument appeals to me. So, or at least everybody who does have a consciousness. So, but I'm rambling. And I just think that this idea of pushing back on, well, I'm conscious, but what if I'm actually not, is a silly line of reasoning, because it really is kind of doubting a tautology there. Brain in a vat. Let's play. What have you got
In this
for
science
me?
lab, you'll question the very fabric of your reality. Oh, and if you think
Well-
you know what's coming because you've heard of brains in vats, think again, my friend.
What have you got? There's a brain in the vat, and then there's science equipment over here. Why is it like duplicating my thing in the back? That's kind of cool. I wonder if there's like a bonus that you can do something with that. Anyway. Oh. Okay. Italian attack. I have no idea what just happened,
Inspecting the
bro.
vats and hoping
Let's
to
see.
find
Deep
some
dark secrets.
Dark secrets?
Can I? Oh, is the joke that like we're feeding this game into the brain in the vat, and therefore it only thinks that we're playing this game? Oh, I get it. This is supposed to be me thinking that I'm playing the game. That's kind of funny. What are these symbols? Oh, is this just... this is just memory. Okay. I mean, I'll take that. That's kind of funny. No. It was this one. Yes.
It's the perfect addition to any existential crisis.
Distracting
Just
yourself
distract
with a
yourself
pointless
by
game.
Playing this pointless
Oh,
game.
no. Oh,
Nothing says
no.
deep
Okay.
philosophical
Oh, I
investigation
hope I remember where all of these were. I do. We're good. We're good. We got it. And now he's awake.
Wait. What?
Oh.
Suddenly
That's
everything
clever.
zooms out.
So we escaped, but
still
in
in the same
reality,
lab?
we are also the test
Makes
subject.
no sense at all.
That's kind of cool. Let's see. Something plus something into the brain.
You're mixing those liquids now.
Yep.
You know what you're doing, because I certainly don't have a clue.
I don't either. So he turned into a balloon.
There you go.
I
Blowing
guess.
up like a birthday party decoration.
I'm gonna be frank, I have no idea what's going on, man. I am so confused.
Hey,
what about
you're here for
blue?
the brain. This is
and
a
more
philosophical
blue?
simulation, not a high school.
So we have, what, like 6 combinations? I think we have 6 different combinations
Looking
here.
for a brain, and you found one.
Oh, excellent!
Yours.
We got all
A
the
bit of an
achievements.
extreme method.
I'll do
but
like
effective.
one more. One more to just see what happens.
Back at it with the potions.
Yellow and
After
blue
that last
makes
wild
green.
ride,
There we go. That's like
it's
legend
so
mint
worth
green right there.
terrified to see what happens this
My ooh, that's a lot of us.
One moment it's just
My logo
you,
actually used to be a dark green
suddenly
color, more the
it's a
style of
screen
my
full
channel
of
banner if you click on it. But I recently
How many of
transitioned
you
to a
does
new
it
one
take
that I
to
made.
solve a puzzle?
And I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. But I've been switching more to a pastel mint green style logo. And I really like the new change. It feels nice and comfy. Sisyphus, my boy! You get to roll the boulder up the hill. Now, I don't know if this is so much a philosophy problem. This is just kind of a tale of, you know, Greek ethics. Let's see, a German philosopher. Oh, yeah, let's go back to the drawing. That guy's a little bit scary, bro. Let's see, he has to roll the boulder up the hill, yep, and it rolls back down. An eternal quest to do things. Let's see, yes, 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 virtue, whatever. Exercise in futility, a punishment rather than a lesson. I agree with Socrates, that was the point of the tale. He finds his purpose in continuing to overcome that life attains its meaning. Of course, does one consider Sisyphus happy? No, is the answer to your quandary. There is no point in pursuing a goal where you get reset to the beginning halfway through without the possibility of overcoming that goal, because the joy of a struggle does not come from the struggle itself, but rather the hope of finally overcoming it in the end. That is some legendary philosophy you can take to the bank. That is free. You're not even paying for this. I mean, YouTube might have shown you an ad, but I didn't get any of that. So you can consider that payment just for the delivery of the content, not for the actual content itself. Do this of my own free will, which itself is another philosophical question. Philosophical. Philosophical sounds like a food. But let's go ahead and jump to see what our friend Sisyphus is up to. Not the weight of the boulder, but the strength of our spirit to bear it, that what defines us. I like her. She's kind of chill. That was a good thing to say. Let's play. Rolling the boulder up the
find
hill.
yourself at the
Oh, this
foot
should
of
give
a
you like
hill,
some sort of
ready to
quap
take on
challenge
an
or whatever
endless
that game
challenge.
was back in the day.
Move forward, and let's see how you face
Let's
the slope
do
of
this.
existential
Do I have to switch to
conundrum.
keyboard? I don't think
Oh,
so. I
wait.
think this game is
If you've
entirely
played the
point
demo
and click.
before, you might notice something.
I have not
different.
played the demo, but now I want to know what was different about it. Can I hit the keys? No. Okay. What happens if I do nothing? Nothing, it seems.
Sisyphus sets off. Each click.
Oh, that's
a step
kinda
towards
cool.
the relentless peak
We're over here
awaits.
playing a game of
With
Osu, I
every
guess.
you find,
Should have brought the
he
drawing
grows,
tablet.
bound by fate to push his burden.
I wonder if there's like a way to get the boulder to the top of the hill. Sag.
What's this?
A new hat?
Hey, you
Oh, yeah,
knocked
it's
off his hat.
the straw
Poor
hat.
Sisyphus. As if his
Oh, that
task
was kinda
wasn't hard
funny.
enough already.
A
Now,
One Piece
because of
reference
your
was
click,
unexpected.
He's gotta face that uphill battle bareheaded. Watch where
I
you're
like the
clicking
narrator.
next time.
So there was like one more footstep that popped up, but I didn't hit it quickly enough. I wonder if it would make a difference if I did.
Look at that. Sisyphus has switched up his headgear again as he
looks like a
resets
king.
his climb. Who knew that fashion could make an ancient punishment a bit more interesting?
I have no idea whether or not this hat does anything. It almost looks like the hat from that one SpongeBob episode. What was it with the sea cucumber? And they were like, I didn't know that was a hat. It wasn't. Still wish I knew what would happen if I clicked that. A new hat, maybe? Oh, he's mad now. I'm sure that's a reference to something, but I don't know what. What else do we have? Doing it 5 times. Oh, I guess we just have to do it over and over again. I mean, I guess that is the joke here, is that he continues to push it even though it's unachievable. And for us, we're striving to hit some of these achievements. Unfortunately, to get to the 3rd star, I would have to subject you all to something that I'm sure you don't want to experience. I might have just pulled that off. So we'll go ahead and call this. Oh, sick! A halo. Master Chief in the Soder. But let's go ahead and just do 1 or 2 more of these and see if we get the next star. And if we don't, you know, oh, that's okay. Do we get the next star here? Yes, we do. And we're gonna call it There for Sisyphus. We'll do one more scenario, and you guys can let me know if you've been enjoying this, and if so, we can certainly do more, because this is pretty fun. The Prisoner's Dilemma. I love this, because this is about game theory, where if both individuals collaborate, they get a globally best outcome, but each individual is incentivized to betray the other, because for them, it provides a better outcome if they betray them. But if both of them betray each other, they get the globally worst outcome and the individually worst outcome. Actually, wait, I think, or is it just globally? I don't actually remember that part. But regardless, the point being that in every scenario, it's smarter to betray your opponent, but if you both pick the better option, you both end up with the worst one. Karl Marx. Bleh. Anyway. Let's see. Fear of betrayal. Who is she? French existential philosopher. That's cool, I guess, with the French. Hegel. I don't know who that is. Honestly. Did they already show him? German philosopher. Maybe they did. Maybe they did. I don't know. Can true freedom exist in making a choice if the choices themselves are constrained by external conditions? Yes, you can make whatever choice you want. The fact is that typically we're going to pick an optimal choice, or we'd like to, because it lines up with our objectives. And the point of thinking, or quite a large point of thinking, is that it enables us to move toward our objectives. So, you know, whatever, guys. You can say all of the fancy mumbo-jumbo talk you want, but it doesn't change the fact that we are still making choices and living the human experience.
You and your cellmate are in quite a bind.
Yeah, we are,
Here's the
bro.
deal. If you both confess, you each
Okay, so yeah, if we
get
both
5
pick
points.
the option where
If
we
you
betray,
confess while your
it gives us
cellmate stays
the
silent,
a globally
you'll walk
worst,
free
or in this
while
case, I
they
guess
get
it's
10
globally
years.
neutral, because we're both
If
spending
you
the
stay
equivalent time
silent
of one
and
person
they
being there for
confess,
10 years.
You get the 10 years and
Situation.
they go free.
But even though if we
But
both
if both of you
collaborated,
keep
we would be in a
you both
great
walk
situation.
So, what's it going to be? Do you trust your cellmate or not?
Let's see. Wait, hold on now. Is this correct? I don't know what these things mean with like the chains and the keys, because it's acting like we're both gonna go free. If we keep our mouth shut in both of these scenarios, we would both be in the best situation? I'm a little confused. Because if I keep my mouth shut and he talks, then I go to prison and he goes free. But if both of us keep our mouth shut, then we both go free. But in this case, there's no penalty for not collaborating. It would just be out of self-preservation. There's a version of this experiment that this thought experiment that I actually really prefer, being that if we both keep our mouth shut, we both go to prison for some amount of time. Therefore, it incentivizes us to squeal. Because in this case, like, look at this. The difference between me keeping my mouth shut is, like, okay, so let's look at this. This one is me talk, this one is keep my mouth shut. If I keep my mouth shut, and he keeps his mouth shut, then we're both free. If I talk, and he keeps his mouth shut, I'm still free. So I actually don't gain anything by talking, I just reduce the risk of me going to prison for 10 years. So this is a little bit silly, versus if I start talking, I end up being freed no matter what that guy does. Actually, no, I end up being freed if he keeps his mouth shut, so he picks the option that leads to a global best situation. But if he talks, we both end up in jail for 5 years. So the only reason for me to talk is to effectively engage in a self-preservation scenario, because I think that he's going to talk, and it's a matter of saying, okay, well, fine, if you're going to betray me, then I'm going to make sure we both end up betrayed. So it's still an interesting thought experiment, but I prefer the one where we're actually incentivized to talk, because if he doesn't talk and we do, we end up going free. But you know what? I'm going to be a nice guy, and I'm not going to say anything. But in this case, we ended up going to prison for 10 years. So that's cool, I guess. Are each of the stars going to be us triggering the 4 scenarios or something? I guess we'll find out. Oh, this got much more interesting. Cold War. Mutually assured destruction.
Now, you need to decide whether to build missiles.
Oh, whether to build missiles.
The rule is, if both do, a tense peace will be achieved through mutually assured destruction.
Okay.
However, a tremendous amount of money will be spent on this arms race.
Interesting.
If you build while they don't, you can eliminate your
I don't
rival.
want to blow up my
Don't
rival.
build while they do, and, well, it's game over for you.
Interesting. So one of these is peace, but we both lose money, and the other is peace because neither of us have nuclear weapons.
What's your move? Will you
Okay,
arm up
so
or
when it comes to
aim?
actually firing them, right, there was this one situation in which... Are we the Soviets? There was this one situation in which the Soviets had this scan coming in, and it read that they were getting targeted by nuclear missiles from the United States. And they had the option. There was, like, one guy who was like, okay, I can either submit this report to the higher-ups and engage in nuclear war, or I can just accept my gut feeling that the systems are wrong, and we are not under a nuclear attack. And fortunately for Earth, he was like, I don't think they're doing this, I'm not doing anything. And as a result, the systems were wrong. The US was not launching a nuclear attack against Russia, or against the Soviets, I think, at the time. And through his inaction, he saved the world. And so in respect to him, I'm gonna pick no. Hey, and we ended up with world peace. Look at that.
Both sides opting for the peaceful route.
Peace.
No missiles, no destruction. Just pure diplomatic.
So, you know, in this case, history helped us solve
for everyone
philosophy.
involved.
Let's see what's next.
Here's
Stocks.
the stock market's own version of the prisoner's dilemma. You're an investor, and so is everyone else around you.
What have we got?
If you hold onto your stock, and if the others do the same, the price
Yes,
skyrockets
stonks.
and
Invest in
everyone
GameStop and AMC.
Hold while others
This
sell.
is not financial advice. I'm not responsible, nor am I
Sell
reporting to
while
the
they hold.
SEC.
You miss out
But
on
regardless,
everyone
IRS,
sells,
please don't
the
come
stock
after me.
price
I have
goes
nothing for
hard.
you.
and you might just
Let's see.
minimize
If everybody
your
sells,
losses.
the stock drops. You might
What's
minimize
your
your
move?
losses. What is
Will
your
you hold
move? Do we hold
steady
steady or
or
cut
cut
our
your
losses? So do we hodl or do we sell is the question. I actually, the hodl word annoyed me for the longest time, and whatever. You know, I'm a big sell guy, or rather a big hold guy. I still have cryptocurrency. By the way, buy Chainlink. Buy Chainlink, bro. And yeah, that makes sense because this is exactly what has happened to me with Chainlink. And it hurts my heart. But yeah, bro, I want to make money off of crypto. Like, there's an argument to be made for the utility of it and its advantages and all that, whatever. Like, I think the tech is cool. I think the utility, people are using it for questionable reasons, just like AI. They're just trying to shove it into certain stuff. But regardless, I wanted to use it to make money.
This time around.
Okay, so we can do all of the scenarios. We're picking the opposite choices. So in this case, I am going to squeal on the guy and... Wait, he said nothing. So either way, we were going to betray the other person. Hey, and we got all of the stars.
Reflect on their trust.
Reflect on their trust in me. Ah, well. I guess we'll go ahead and explore the other options and see what happens, and then we'll call it for the day. So let us see. We are going to go ahead and engage in nuclear war. This is a fictional scenario. I am not advocating for any kind of threatening action against any nation state. This is not a Legend Begins approved situation. So let's go ahead and skip this. Let's get rid of our losses. And in this case, no matter what we did, we were bound to lose some amount of money, unfortunately. But you know what? That is perfectly okay. Because stocks are, well, it's kind of just a game of flip a coin. But regardless, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed these interesting philosophical dilemmas. Let me know if you want to see more. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 left. We have done 6. So I would be more than happy to continue this in the future if you want. Just let me know. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Oh, and let me know what you would pick as a response to all of these different dilemmas in the comments, or let me know what your favorite one is. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.